Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to show you an upgrade to the power steering system on the C5 Corvette. If you've read online or know anything about them or driven them, the power steering on this type of platform takes a real serious beating, even with a cooler because of how wide the tires are. If you see right there, we already replaced the stock reservoir to a Moroso aluminum one. We had noise problems, squeaking and everything coming through, so we're going to show you guys a video now of putting it on, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Today we're working on the C5 Corvette again, and we're going to take a look at an item that's commonly overlooked and causes a big problem in these cars. It's the power steering system. A lot of the times they're neglected, and in most cars it's neglected. Not a lot of people think about it until it goes out. And in these Corvettes, the rack is a pain to get out. They're expensive, and when you go to get them rebuilt, they usually leak again. If you've seen all the reviews online about these things, excuse me. So our rack is in perfect condition. We got 80-something thousand miles. The fluid is not in great condition. It's supposed to be clear, and as you see there, it's starting to turn a brownish, but still not as bad as some people online. I've seen coffee color ones. But we're going to get out as much of this old fluid as we can, and we're actually going to swap over to this nice Moroso metal power steering reservoir with a baffle in there. And we'll compare the two and see if there's a baffle in this one, but figured since this 20-year-old plastic, they're going to stop making these parts. Might as well get a high-quality racing one, and it looks good. So we're going to get this thing sucked out with a turkey baster or some type of pump and put it into a bottle and see the color of it. That fluid was actually worse than we thought. It is deep black coffee color, and it smells terrible. So the next thing we have to do is get that power steering reservoir off. There's two small hoses. Looks like you can get one from the top, one from the bottom, and pull it off. All right, we got it off. It makes a mess. The hose is really tight to get off the bottom there. We got it off. You're going to have to pull the bracket with it, at least we did. We'll show you the differences with the reservoirs. There's not much other than one's metal and one's plastic. They look exactly the same, fit and finish, other than the aluminum one is obviously a metal, and the nipples are just a hair bigger. This has got like some stepped baffles in there, so the stock Corvette reservoir does have some baffling, and so does this Moroso one. Has some baffling, so we'll get it on there and see how it looks. All right, we got the reservoir back on. We checked it. That's as far on as the hose and the nipple are gonna go. So it's not bad. The clamp is above the little knot or the little bump there. So we have everything bolted down. Now, like we said, this fluid is clear, so we'll show you. You see it's like a yellowish clear color. What we're gonna do is get the car in the air off of the ramps. We gotta jack it up, and we're gonna rotate the steering wheel left and right and basically keep filling this bottle until we get clear fluid out of there, and that's gonna purge the system. What we did, the return line is the small line that's on the bottom of the reservoir. The big line in the back, that's by the engine block, that gets hooked up, it stays on, and then you gotta block that off somehow. We just gotta have a little piece of rubber glove tip on there with a zip tie. We'll show you on the stock power steering pump how we have it. All right, that big one is the one that goes towards the engine, and that little one is the one that we have blocked off with a zip tie and a little tip of rubber. We just cut a finger off of an old glove and zip tied it on there, and we have the old hose running into the bottle so that we can purge it. We got this convenient pan here to show you guys how much yucky fluid we're getting out. Go ahead and just turn it. Oh, that's so bad looking. Keep going back and forth. All right, guys, this is what you got to do to purge the system. Keep going until you get clear fluid out. All right, as you see, the oil is much, much cleaner. We'll show you the actual oil we pulled out real quick. It's disgusting looking They're both bad looking, but it's actually starting to get amber color and clear coming out. So now we're just gonna do the final top off and start checking it as we go down. All right, we got it on there. It fought a little bit going on there, but it's on there. You're gonna make a mess, so we're gonna back it out and spray it off with hose, check for leaks. And that one's past the nipple really well. That one is right on the edge, so we might try and set that one a little bit more up, but it doesn't want to go. It's really hard, so we're gonna try. That one's good. As you can see, it's all the way up. Other than that, it fits perfect. It looks good, and we got it filled up. All right, as you see there, it wasn't too difficult. All in all, you're probably gonna want, I don't know, 64, maybe 100 ounces, gallon probably would do it if you really want to flush it. So we had those 2 big bottles. We'll show you real quick. All right, so we did 64 ounces, and as you can see there, it was really black when it first came out. We got it to a nice amber looking color, and inside the reservoir it's yellow. We ordered some more, so you're probably gonna want 4 of these. So what's that, 128? So 128 ounces, which is probably a gallon or so, in order to flush it all the way out. But we have no noise right now, no complaints. And you see how dirty it is. It's, 20-year-old fluid. So definitely sounds better. We'll update you guys, and we'll do some more suspension mods. If you like this content, smash the like button, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.